Tonight I'm in a slightly different capacity.
Yes, you are, brother.
I'm now president of Camden Education Association.
Yes, you are, brother.
It is my duty to faithfully represent and communicate the concerns of our CEA members, our students, and the communities we serve. So with respect to that 3-minute time limit, it's safe to say I'm going to be here a little while. In that I was elected to this position, I am always mindful of what I say and what I do pursuant to public education in Camden, because it can potentially reflect upon and impact my entire CEA family. So in being more presidential, I'm not going to raise my voice, I'm not going to scream and yell. I'm just going to convey the facts as I know them, and that as our public school children in Camden are being shortchanged in their education by this district leadership.
Yes, it is.
District leadership is hanging our students out to dry and our schools out to dry. Why? To fake prove and to fake make the case that the takeover schools and the charters are better, and to justify the closing of our public schools. If you did not catch what I just said, I'll say it even more explicitly. Our district leadership is sabotaging our students and our schools' progress in order to grow the takeover schools. We all know, because I've seen the documents myself and I can send them to anyone who wants to see them, that these takeover schools were already promised a certain amount of schools and a certain amount of students. Come hell or high water, this district leadership will try to make sure they get our kids one way or the other. If you want specifics or to see the documents, let me know and I will send them to you. As I'm talking, I love to know what my neighbor, Minister Muhammad, Ms. Wilson, who I in fact voted for a few years ago, as well as board members Brito Bueno, Burley, Menier, and Atwood are thinking when I explained that for the past 3 years, our schools have started the school year with numerous vacancies across the district that go nearly the entire year unfilled. That is to say, many of our students in our schools go near the entire school year with substitute teachers who are shuffled about throughout the year, and this even includes the testing subjects. At Camden High last year, our students went the majority of the year without a certified math, science, and special needs teachers.
Yes, it's terrible.
But instead were babysat by Source for Teachers, and I mean babysat. At Big Picture, students went nearly the entire year without a certified math and English teacher. And this is a high school. I bet you never hear that in the media when our leadership talks about our test scores.
That's right.
That they never appropriately staffed our schools to begin with.
That's right.
And that news never makes it into print or these slideshows. Board members, is this acceptable to you? Our students not having teachers all year. Is this news to you? No. Would this be acceptable to you if your children were experiencing this?
That's right.
You have all just been informed as to what has been a widespread issue in our district for the majority of the last year. And in response to that reality, in response to that fact, at the end of the year, our district let go nearly 80 educators.
All right.
So this district went from not having enough educators for the bulk of last year and relying on substitutes to then laying off some more educators. So for next year coming back, despite what you all saw or heard, Big Picture still needs a math teacher, which is a testing subject. Sharp needs a Spanish teacher, needs pre-K, needs more paraprofessionals, needs more clerks and security. Creative Arts needs clerks, needs guidance counselors, needs security, needs custodians. H.B. Wilson needs a first grade teacher, clerks, custodians, security, 2 guidance counselors. Davis needs a kindergarten teacher, a first grade teacher, a 4th grade teacher, a special area teacher, and a Spanish teacher. Camden High School needs 4 special education teachers, an algebra teacher, a physics teacher, an English teacher, a biology teacher, a language teacher, a clerk, more security, and more paraprofessionals. Now this represents just a quarter of our schools. How did I come to find this information? I simply picked up the phone and asked the principals, operations manager, and LEs what vacancies still need to be filled. This information was not hard to get. Anyone who truly gave a darn about our kids' education.
Mr. Benson, your time is up.
Oh, he's not finished yet.
Would have found what our schools are missing and would have provided that. That is our school district's legal obligation, the providing of a thorough and efficient education.